Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Big Keys. Welcome to the first episode 2021 of Wrasslin Talk Radio. I got the crew with me as usual. First of all, let me wish y'all a happy new year. This is the first show of the year, like I said. We're coming back with new shows. We're doing so this is not an official episode, but it's just a special presentation episode. So we're gonna get right into it. But first of all, shout out to WFSB Fuego Beach Radio. Make sure y'all tune in to see them. Actually, and another thing, Holly Street 96. We got our homeboy is actually on the show. He's joining us tonight, but I'm gonna introduce him in just a minute. He's been on the show previously, so y'all know who he is. But anyways, let me go ahead and shout out the crew. Let's get them on. First of all, Kev, what's up, baby?
What's going on, people? Happy New Year's. Have a good time. Don't go to jail.
Next up, my homeboy Chris, but right now tonight he's gonna be Seven Dust. What up, boy?
What's going on? It's your man Chris, aka Seven Dust, aka Tommy Strong, aka the Ruffler, all that other shit, aka Becky Lynch sucks. Fuck y'all.
All right, our next one. He just had a birthday this past Sunday. I gave him a happy birthday shout out on Sunday. But fella! What up, Ricky?
Y'all? Not much. New Year, same 27-year-old fella living the dream.
27 seems so far back in. I ain't gonna mention my age.
Man,
Why you gotta throw that out there, man? Damn. Why you gotta throw that out there?
Cause I'm an old motherfucker. Shit, I can't.
So am I.
We the same age.
Yeah, you older than all of us.
Yeah, Cap like 90, but that's another day. Anyways, but and the mother homeboy Lucas, aka Orange Cassidy's twin, aka Jeff Jarrett's stepson. What's good?
Whoa. All right, I think that's enough for me.
And last but not least, he's been a guest on the show before. We got to bring him on again. Host of Holly Street 96 podcast. Make sure y'all check them out, man. Instagram, Facebook. Make sure y'all check them out. The host,
Send me that
Dietrick.
link. Hey, send me that link so I can check it out, bro. I definitely want to see that.
Gotcha. What up, good people? All right. Greetings from the Holly Street crew.
Yeah, man. Tell us a little bit about the podcast, man. Why you on? Go ahead. The floor is yours, man.
Blessings. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We going through it started out as a hip hop podcast. We was, cutting up just four friends that grew up off of hip hop and basketball, and we got together and we talking shit, man. We just talking shit. And so just check us out. We just talking shit about your favorite rappers and our favorite rappers, and we doing life. We doing everything. You know what I'm saying? We ain't touching wrestling because that's your thing. But just come check us out. And for those of y'all that love music, we got what's called the 15-minute massacre at the end of every show. Where we get live, we get funky, and we do a 15-minute mix.
Hey, you talk about two of my favorite subjects. You ever need a guest? I'm definitely of the man to talk to when it comes to sports. When it comes to hip hop, bro, I feel like all of us here
Say less.
grew up on hip hop, man. So if you ever need a guest, man, let me know. But I would definitely like to check y'all out, man.
Say less.
Same here.
You can catch us on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts.
Word.
We on iHeart, we on Pandora.
Okay.
So
Bet. Then all right,
we got 250
check y'all out.
downloads. We
Bet.
got 250 downloads so far. We got 13 followers on iTunes, 27 followers on Spotify. So we getting there. We getting there. So yeah, anytime any of y'all want to come on and talk some shit,
man, I'm with
let
that.
me know.
Dead ass for sure, man. Keep that
Let me
up,
know.
man. I'm hoping, wishing many more positive outcomes with that, my guy.
Right on. Appreciate
Good
y'all.
Good shit, man. Definitely, Trevor is on the show. As y'all know, Trevor was on like episode 2. I try to have him on, but Trevor's so behind. Trevor's so behind on wrestling and shit. I asked him to come on a few episodes ago. Trevor said, "Man, I ain't watching NXT in like 3
He
years."
hasn't. He hasn't. I tried to watch pay-per-view one the other weekend. He was like, "Man, I ain't seen this shit." So I was like, "Cool.
Yeah,
I gotta catch you up, man."
Yeah, I told Trevor, I'm like, he's more than welcome to come on. Any of y'all are welcome to come on. If y'all ever want to come on the show, hit me up. Make sure y'all, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. Make sure y'all like us on Facebook. The page is up there. I try to keep it updated. Haven't been able to keep it updated like I should. There's been so much going on in wrestling, and I got a lot going on in my personal life, so I'm trying to keep the page updated as much as I can. So I apologize, but I'll do a better job of this year with keeping the page updated. And
No apologies needed, bro. We understand. You gotta understand what things going on in the world, man. We gotta get also, we gotta take care of what we can take care of, man. Keith, no apologies needed. We understand what's going on, bro. So just keep your head up, man. That's all we care about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I always tell y'all off the air, man. I always appreciate y'all with the show and everything. Like, especially when we hit episode 10, right before Christmas. I appreciate y'all, man. If it wasn't for y'all, man, this wouldn't be this show, man. Y'all been there since day one, since I started this shit. So I really do appreciate it. Much love, fellas, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But anyways, got a good show for y'all tonight, man. We got a lot to talk about. Well, two topics that we're going to mainly focus on. But I'm going to let Dietrick actually brought the idea to us, which was a good idea. I'm going to let him quarterback that idea. And then Ricky had another idea, which I think y'all really going to like. Now, mind you, what Ricky's idea is pretty much our opinions. Y'all ain't got to agree with the hell we saying. It's just our opinions. But we're going to get to that in just a minute. But Ricky's going to give us an update right now. New Japan Pro Wrestling. As y'all know, Wrestle Kingdom went down about 2 weeks ago. Huge wrestling thing over there in Japan. And Ricky's going to give us an update. Plus, I told you, Ricky, before the show started, we need an update on Jay White, what's going on with him. So, Ricky, go ahead. What's going on with New Japan, brother?
Yep. So, thank you, Keith. Appreciate the intro. As he had alluded to, January 4th and 5th was Wrestle Kingdom, which is the New Japan equivalent of WrestleMania. It was their yearly big Tokyo Dome show. And again, it was a 2-night show. They did have a select amount of fans. I don't have the number offhand of how many fans were allowed in, but it was a decent amount in terms of, stadium shows as they are in 2021. So the two big matches on night one were Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay, as I mentioned, as well as Kota Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito. Now, in the case of Ibushi versus Naito, the winner of that went on to night 2 to face off against Jay White. Okada wound up beating Will Ospreay. Very, very good match. All 4 of the last matches I'm going to bring up, highly recommended. Okada beat Ospreay in about 35 minutes, and then for the first time in his career, Kota Ibushi finally won the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championships by beating Tetsuya Naito. And then following the match, Jay White came in the ring and cut a promo on him, basically preparing them for the next night. Night 2, our two big matches were Hiromu Takahashi versus Taiji Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Both of these guys are absolute phenomenal talents in the ring. If you ever get the chance to watch one of their matches, take the time and do it. And the main event of that was Kota Ibushi versus Jay White in defending both titles from the night before. Takahashi wound up beating Taiji Ishimori in about 25 minutes. And then in a nearly 50-minute classic match, Kota Ibushi beat Jay White to retain both championships. Jay White coming into this match was as confident as anybody has ever been going into a match. And following the match at the press conference, he basically said, "I'm done." Nobody seems to know what that means right now. And to Keys' second point, there's been a lot of conflicting reports about his contract status with New Japan. From what I could tell and what I've kind of gathered, he's probably going to wind up staying in New Japan. Allegedly, he told AEW that he had signed I believe it was a 7 or 8 year contract at the end of 2018. And at the same time, I've heard reports that apparently Triple H is really trying to get Jay White. So if I were a betting man, I would say put your money on him staying in New Japan for the time being, if not the long term. He came up in their Young Lions program. He went on excursions, come back. His first program was with Tanahashi, and he's won the IWGP title already, and he's under the age of 30. The company clearly has a lot of stock in Jay White, so I don't think they let him go without a fight. But at the same time, I guess we're all going to find out pretty soon. So, and then one other thing, at least in New Japan news, as has been an issue for a while, their U.S. heavyweight champion, Jon Moxley, has been stateside. So Kenta in Japan has basically been defending his guaranteed title shot for the title as the de facto title. But Moxley did show up in a promo on Wrestle Kingdom Night 1. So presumably he's going to be wrestling in the U.S. whenever New Japan gets some of their U.S. operations going. But for the time being, Moxley is still their U.S. champion, even though he hasn't defended it since the pandemic began. So, my big update.
All right, my bad. I was having mic troubles. My bad. Yo, I was like, what the hell? I couldn't unmute myself. Anyways, all right, Ricky, appreciate it, man. But let me ask you a question. How old is Jay White?
He's only like 28 or 29. I think he's 28.
He's young. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Triple H has been trying to get him to come over to NXT, but nothing. Would you ever think he would come over, or is it something that he would just like, I'll think about it, but I'm staying over here?
If he has an AJ level of run for a long term in Japan, he could command a really, really high price in the WWE. The problem for him is a lot of his gimmick, as bad as it sounds, relies on him being an absolute prick, which is fine in an environment like New Japan because he could swear and do whatever the hell he wants and cut any kind of promos he wants. But I don't know how that would limit his character. That being said, he is a phenomenal promo and a phenomenal talent. So I'm sure he'd be able to adapt well to any kind of environment.
I agree.
I agree, man. That's what's up.
Let me ask. Can I ask you a question, fella? Is there any way, and I mean any way, or is there anything that you've heard of any inkling that maybe he will leave, like even go to AEW or NWA, or do you think Trick can go ahead and pull him?
If he doesn't stay in New Japan, he's going to AEW. I mean, he's going to WWE and NXT. That's what I'm hearing.
Probably. I'm sure AEW would try to make a really good play at him. And honestly, if he were to go to AEW over WWE, if he were to leave, I think that would be a massive, massive indication of the industry. Because you're talking about a literal WrestleMania main event caliber, top level talent under the age of 30, choosing to go somewhere over the WWE. It could be a money play, but it could also be him deciding that that's where he'll be better served as a talent.
And you already know Tony Khan's ready to drop his wallet for him.
If you're not willing to drop your wallet for Jay White, I'm sorry, I got to question your thoughts on pro wrestling.
But you know Khan got some shit up his sleeve. You know Khan is going to try to make that move and try to sign him before Vince McMahon gets his hands on him.
But answer this question. Now I'm gonna piggyback off of something that Ricky just said, like at the beginning of this topic. Will they give Jay White that AJ style treatment? Remember, it was a big secret, and remember, it was a big secret. Even though I feel like we kind of knew AJ Styles was gonna come to WWE, but we really didn't. Do you think that is a big secret that they can keep? Would they give him that AJ style treatment?
I don't see him leaving without it. He's one of the top 4 guys in New Japan right now. I don't see him leaving without almost all but guarantee. He should get, in my opinion, up to the creative point, the deal that they were going to give Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks back in 2009. He should get that level of deal if he's to leave. If they want to pull him away from New Japan. And New Japan better do their damnedest to keep him. Sorry, I sound like a fanboy of Jay White, but I think he's that good.
What? I don't think they would. I don't think they would.
Big kudos, man. Damn.
So cats like that got a really big, huge hill to climb in the United States because only a select few people like this first time I ever heard of Jay White, and I'm peeping him out right now. He's good, but cats like that, if he goes to WWE, he's going straight to NXT.
Yeah,
He's going to become a rookie again.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They'll put him in NXT
because that's because like he's because you hot in New Japan. You're a rookie in the WWE. I think cats like that, if they want to come over to the States and want to eventually get to WWE and get to that AJ Styles treatment, they need to go to AEW first. Build a couple years in AEW, have a good really runner, and then they force WWE to not put them in NXT. Because if you come from ROH, you're going straight to NXT.
Counter. They did that with Nakamura, and they moved him up within a year. However, Nakamura also didn't speak English.
Yeah.
Jay White's a top-tier promo in the industry. I think that does change things a little bit.
Yeah, but look at what... All right, so, case in point, the Rascals. Look where they're at. When Ibushi came over, what's my man right now in the NXT? He wears the Back to the Future fit. Kushida. Everybody they usually get from like ROH or somewhere in Japan, they stick them in NXT so they can learn the WWE style, and either they stay or they go. Finn Balor, Samoa, they put Samoa Joe in NXT. Like that
was a smart move. I like Samoa doing
it. You think for us who've known Joe for like years,
yeah.
Joe was like AJ Styles level, and they stuck him in NXT. So I'm like, this kind of dude.
I agree with you, D. I agree.
I think it's the best place to go to AEW.
What you say?
They signed allegedly.
But okay. This is another question off of that, and all you guys can just put me on, help me understand. But can Jay White see the difference between staying in Japan and everything is because they can put on the style of matches that they can. It's totally different than when you come to WWE because you can't. Jay White's not gonna be able to put that style of match on. I mean, even if he does it in NXT, it's still not gonna be as hard hitting as the one in Japan.
Yeah, he is not. He's not a Kota Ibushi type or a Shibata type or that type of hard hitting wrestler. He's a great wrestler. He's really big on the crowd engagement, and he's really big on just being an absolute piece of dog shit heel.
Yeah.
Like he does he plays a heel incredibly well. And he doesn't have to be super crazy about it to do it. The only thing for him is if he goes to WWE, he will have to change his finisher.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
What's his finisher? I'm sorry. I'm like Dietrick. I haven't seen
the same thing.
What's his finisher?
It's the same one as the Fiend. Same move.
Okay.
Oh, so you got okay. Yeah, he definitely have to change that.
Yeah, he got to change that. Wait a minute, hold on. Is his better than the Fiend's?
Is Bret Hart sharpshooter better than Sting, Scorpion, Deathlock?
Yeah, it's like
ain't they the same?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Okay, what I meant to ask. All right. No. Okay,
like they both do them. I like the way they both do them.
You know, certain wrestlers they execute moves certain way. It's
I got you.
Once you see it, like you see Dolph Ziggler always doing the.
By the way,
Sting,
Scorpion, Deathlock is better.
That's for later.
A hot take. We're gonna get to that later. That's a hot take.
That's a meteor take.
That's a hot take.
As a Bret Hart,
but we're gonna get to that in a minute.
I'll put it the best way I can. Jay White can hit this. I can't remember the name of it, his name of it, but the Sister Abigail will go with it. He can hit the Sister Abigail in a similar manner to the RKO in that he can turn a lot of things into it.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
And that's
he doesn't have the kiss setup. Like he'll catch guys he'll catch guys and do it. He'll spin out of the line and do it. Like
and that's dope. But that's another reason I would think I would push him towards AEW because WWE is going to stop you from doing that because the only person right now who can do anything like that is Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton. Those are the only two people catching people out of nowhere. And WWE would stop him from doing anything like that. They would just make him. I just don't want him to go to WWE because WWE would make him they would strip everything that you like about him and make him their own. Because they feel like he's a rookie. They feel like he's nobody.
No lie, they can pay me a shitload of money. I'll change my whole move.
Yeah, no. If you want to make that dough, go.
I mean, I'll go from a heavyweight to a cruiserweight if they want me to. Shit.
Yeah.
I'll go driving through ropes and shit.
I think he is, and he will stay. I think he is now and will stay in New Japan. Is my official.
At least 2 more years.
Okay, that's what's up. All right,
That's your
Ricky.
final word on it.
Yep.
Watch him change it in a year, and Jay White shows up at Royal Rumble. Let me stop.
I'll be okay with being wrong.
Or he fucking shows up in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he shows up in NXT in 2 weeks.
Right.
They all have like a pay per view in 2 weeks, so who knows?
All right, fellas. So Ricky, thank you again for the report. All right, so Dietrick brought a topic to my he brought a topic to me in regards to what we should do for the show. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't you come on the show and talk about it a little bit? And I brought it to the fellas, and they were all in agreement, saying, "Hey, that's a good topic because I know Chris has something to say about it, and Cap has something to say about it too." So, Dietrick, I'm gonna let you quarterback this one, man. Let us know what the topic you want to talk to us about tonight.
Got you. I tend to peruse the Facebooks and such, and you know, Cap got a spot, you got a spot, and I tend to hear people talking and what's wrong with WWE. I'm a big WWE fan. Like, I like other stuff, but I'm always trying to fix WWE and see what's wrong with it and everything like that. Well, wrestling in general, AEW kind of does this already, and I'm like, one of the things that he do to fix it, I was like, well, what happened to jobbers? What happened to the cats that just take L's? Like, how many times can you see Randy Orton versus The Fiend before it becomes a pay-per-view, and then you're like, okay, I saw that 2 days ago. Like, why do I have to see? I saw it for 2 weeks. Why do I got to see it? But back in the day, a lot of people always want to go with back in the day how wrestling used to be and stuff like that, and they don't remember like a lot of that stuff is position stuff. Like, if like case in point, the first ladder match between Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, right? They didn't fight. It was like, back then we didn't have a lot of pay-per-views, so they didn't even touch each other. It was like a backstage stuff, but they never locked up in a ring until that pay-per-view. Shawn Michaels fight a jobber here, Razor Ramon fight a jobber there, run in here, run in there, backstage brawl this, promo that. They wouldn't even touch until the like there's no way right now for us to keep our top tier stars from battling each other on Raw and SmackDown every week, and now you wonder why you can't make a star. Because I've seen them every week. Like, they're wrestling the same dude over and over and over. And I just thought, like, one of those ways they could, rectify that situation is bringing jobbers back. Like, case in point, AEW this Wednesday had a match with John Moxley against some dude I ain't never seen before. And just a big, broad dude. And he put on a good show. Like, now you're going to know that dude's name. Or if you don't, Moxley still looked hype, and they put a storyline with it where like nobody wanted to sign up to fight him, so it makes him look like, oh shit, why would nobody want to sign up to fight this thing crazy? So that was the whole thing. Like, yo, what y'all think about bringing jobbers back to the wrestling scene?
I'm all for it.
I'm definitely with all that.
They play their part.
Yeah,
right. Right. All right.
I'm with it.
I'm out. Peace. Like,
I mean, I feel like that's the best way of putting it. Like, they play their part. You know, I mean, it's jokingly and funny as it is. Yo, let's keep it a buck though. People like the Brooklyn Brawler is a name that's synonymous, bro. Like, you think the Brooklyn Brawler would want to give up his career? I mean, I'm gonna give you another one, Barry Horowitz.
On the other hand,
was a really good jobber. I'm gonna give you another one. And he can transition over to Norman fucking Smiley.
Norman.
The worm, yes.
The big
Norman Smiley with the
worm.
The weird fade.
The wiggle was the wiggle.
The weird fade.
The wiggle. Yeah, the wiggle.
I think it really depends how you're going to use jobbers, though. Like, bring them back. Like, how are you going to use them? Like, are you going to actually have them, get squashed, or are you actually going to give them a chance to compete?
We'll see.
My counter is this. To Seven Dust's point, how you have very memorable jobber characters. Keep in mind, you still got like the Hardy Boys, who started as jobbers and then became major stars. You got guys like
X-Pac. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
That's a good
Powers.
point.
I am Mike
It
Shaw.
serves multiple purposes on the show. It
Yeah.
gives the main stars the opportunity to decide, hey, I want this young guy to look good, or
Right.
I'm just going to get my shit in. And depending on who you are and if you are interested in making this, more than just being a jobber for your career, it gives guys opportunities to show off their own skill set and give them an opportunity to get eyes on them and go from there.
And that's really what I'm asking. Like, if WWE were to bring back jobbers, like, are you going to use them to get squashed, or are you going to actually use them to showcase their talents against higher ups in WWE?
But see,
For
that's the
every
thing.
Hardy Boys, for every Hardy Boys move, like for every Hardy Boys that move up the ladder, there's all the people that had a job to Goldberg like 4 times.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
and that's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, okay, case in point, NXT uses jobbers to some degree because we don't know those dudes. They put Finn Balor might fight that guy over there but he's not a jobber because he works at the NXT. Well, like Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch came out in she just came out dancing a jig, and we didn't know who she was, and she got her ass whooped. And then, 3 months later, Becky Lynch comes back out, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, they use jobbers to some degree, but I do miss like the dude that's just already in the ring in the singlet. You know what I'm saying? From Minnesota, it's Kevin, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I miss that guy. Like, that guy made wrestling fun.
Or like the local hometown.
Yeah, the local home. Like, yeah, like
Get his ass kicked.
and we just because who doesn't want to see a squash match? Who doesn't want to see a squash match?
He'd be like, "Where's he from? I'm from Montreal."
I mean, it depends really.
They go
on
crazy.
who you're
Santino Marella.
initially,
Santino Marella.
Who that's one and like who doesn't
Yeah,
want to
but
see?
Santino won the Intercontinental title his first night, though. Don't forget.
That's
Yeah,
young Marella.
he did.
But like I said,
don't
like
know how that came about. I still remember watching as a child, and I'm just like,
that was all angled. I think Angle
Santino
came up with that
Marella,
little angle.
Santino Marella and R-Truth literally laughed their way into keeping their contract because if they was nothing else, I think they'd have been left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. Our truth left. Like a lot of people don't remember. Our truth was Kate Quick. And he went over to he went over to Impact. He went over to Impact, won the title, and then WWE was like, "Oh, I can do something with this dude." And let's not forget, Awesome Truth. They weren't laughing I like that group.
That's what our truth is serious.
They were serious.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Awesome
They
Truth
were
was
so over they wrestled The Rock.
Point about winning the TNA belt. Monty Brown won the TNA belt.
Hey man, don't talk about Monty Brown like that, man. That pounce was the pounce.
He did it, and it irritates me to this day. He never won that title.
The pounce, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
I love Monty Brown, man. I love Monty Brown.
Monty Brown
Did he
was
join
Monty Brown.
ECW at one time?
Come on,
But let's not talk like TNA wasn't the spot for a minute to go there, get the championship, make a run with it, then go back to WWE. Jeff Hardy,
money.
Chris,
Man,
Jeff Hardy,
TNA recycled
Chris.
so many fucking
That's
WWE
no
wrestlers.
basically your way to go and just kind of like ball
Mick
out.
Foley.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Perfect point. Like Cass used to be
It's
like,
like-
well,
it's like
my run is over. Let me go over here and show you I can do it.
Booker
It's like
T.
the NBA.
Booker T.
You got guys.
Yeah.
You got guys that go ball on these like bum ass teams, and then like next year some good teams like, oh, I can use you. Come get this max contract. You know.
Exactly. And I think but I think that jobbers could be like, you know what I'm saying? And every once in a while we can see a jobber like surprise a superstar, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna make that point.
Would you say John Cena was one when he was a prototype?
Nah, I wouldn't call him a jobber.
He wasn't a pro because he was a prototype before he became.
Nah, they gave.
But he didn't lose any matches though, did he?
Like he
Nah,
lost that.
so-
No, he lost that. I think he lost that angle match.
Yeah,
Well,
Kurt
yeah,
Angle.
but he
Those
became
Kurt
a
Angle.
member of the roster then. He wasn't really a. He wasn't a.
Okay.
You know, he
Yeah,
came out to
see.
music. You know, they gave him an entrance and everything. And they gave him like a first match.
I
so.
mean, we want to keep
Yeah,
it
'cause
a
he
buck.
was-
Goldberg was a jobber.
Yeah, he would no.
Yeah,
Casino.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
that
Well,
was
no,
true.
wait, no, because I saw the like Goldberg was meant
He
to be.
blurred the
No,
line.
that was a work. That was a work. That when he was already in the ring, standing there, and he beat Hugh Morris. That was they planned that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They planned that. Like, you got to go watch. Like, when we hear him talk with Stone Cold, they were like, yo, they planned that. Eric was like, you just going to stand in the ring, camera's going to cut on, and then you're going to beat this brakes off this dude. And Humorous, and a lot of that match, Humorous didn't want to give him the rub. So a lot of that match with Goldberg took that.
Yeah.
So with that said, Dietrick, let me ask you a question. What they did with Lars Sullivan, like how he beat, you kind of want to see them do that again, as far as.
No, I want to see Lars Sullivan get tripped up and out the WWE period. But I don't even like looking at him. But no, yes.
Is he still on SmackDown? Like he came.
I don't know what's going.
Who knows, man?
He's probably doing some porn again.
He show up.
He said, "I want to see him up and out the WWE."
Yeah, man. He show up talking about.
I don't like him.
I don't, man. He show up, and not because of his off, like not because of any of the off out of. I don't really care what you do.
Well, he's a racist.
He's just, man, yeah, but you know, I mean, we got a whole United States full of it. So
he's boring. You mean to tell me
he's boring? He's boring. He's boring.
Like, you mean to tell me a guy like Lars Sullivan is going to be the reason why you buy your ticket to go see WWE?
Never.
Hell no.
Out of here. Hell no.
He's boring.
Hell no.
He can't
should
get
have
over
kept his ass in NXT.
He should have kept his ass somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, he got the roster call, but he didn't do that.
Hey, I can tell somebody.
Wait, hold on.
He bothers me. He bothers me.
Wait. What we not gonna do is we not gonna just skip past that. He should have kept his ass somewhere else part. We not gonna skip past that,
yo. Yo, he bothers the. When I look at him, it's like, yo. And then when they brought him back, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give him a shot. And he sat down and was like, I was being bullied. Like, shut up.
Yeah. See that shit, that shit did not help. When Corey Graves did that interview, that did not help his case.
I'm gonna get this off my screen right now.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, so you build him up to be a badass, and then you doing this interview where he's like, I got bullied. Yeah, I'm like, so what was the whole point? They ruined him. Has he had a match since then? No.
My man is a new generic Jason Jordan crying on Sunday.
Yo, hey, could somebody fill out Mr. Person report on Jason Jordan, please? He was.
Is he coming back or
he
what?
He's coming back. Got hurt and left.
He's coming back.
He's been coming back for 3 years.
He's been coming back. Yes, I say he's been coming back for 3 years. I've been watching him.
Curtis Angle.
I used to live in. Look, hey, 2017. I lived in San Diego. That was the last time I seen Jason Jordan. I live in Charlotte now. Like, I moved whole states, and Jason Jordan ain't came back yet.
He Chad Jordan said he's training to come back now. Like, he should be back on TV.
What happened? Like, it was that bad?
Yo, how bad was it? His neck? Wait a minute. Ciampa had a neck injury. His ass came back within a year. The hell's wrong with Jason Jordan?
He came back within 6 months, dude.
Oh yeah, he came. Okay, 6 months even.
He was on TakeOver New York, and then he showed up. What? That October?
With a neck brace, and then he came back.
Yeah, he showed up.
Fucking Jason Jordan been gone since when? Like 2018?
He was hitting people with
2017.
2017.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. I was in San Diego the last Raw I saw him on. Ciampa came back.
It's more than a neck. It's more than a neck injury.
It's gotta be. It better be.
It's gotta be more. It's probably
better be.
Shit. After finding out Kurt Angle was your dad, it's probably that's why he isn't coming back.
That should have went the other way. That should have been Chad Jordan.
It should have.
Proud of him.
It seemed like so simple, right? It seemed so
simple. It
simple.
could have been Chad Gable.
It seems so simple, man.
You think, right? You would think.
They fucked up Gable too.
Like, I don't know who's like out of right. I just want to know. I want to interview a writer. I want to interview a Raw writer because it seemed like the cats on SmackDown got way more freedom than the Raw dudes.
Yeah,
they do.
But you know what it's always been that way.
I got a hot take that's going to start up a convo for all of you.
Oh, please.
Oh, God. Wait a minute. You want to jump into that, or we can.
We can.
All right.
If you guys are ready. Totally
all right. So
Jarvis ain't that hot of a take. I want to get this hot take.
Dietrick, thank you for the topic. That was a good topic because we get ready to go to our next topic. I'm gonna let Ricky quarterback this one because he brought it to our attention that he has some wrestling hot takes. Him and Chris always talk about in our group chat. We always sit there and talk about wrestling hot takes. So Ricky said, "Why don't we just make it into a show?" So that's why I wanted to do a special edition of this show because I'm like, everybody got hot takes, and I'm gonna let y'all know before we get started. These are our opinions. You don't have to agree with them. This is what we personally think. Y'all think we're assholes for what we think? I don't give a damn because this is what we think. So we're gonna get into wrestling hot takes. Ricky, go ahead, and for the people at home, explain to them exactly what a wrestling hot take is if they don't know.
So we all, use the internet. we've all heard people make bad predictions, good predictions. We've always heard people, have aggressive opinions, and, depending on
Lucas.
how good or bad of a person is, they drop some slurs or swears in there. We've all seen it.
You, Chris.
So, here in the wrestling verse, I was, having a discussion with the fellas, and, you just thought, it's pretty imperative that we have, a hot take session every now and again. Throw out some potentially controversial opinions, throw out some, potentially controversial comparisons or critiques. Just kind of, anybody's got something to say about the wrestling business, floor is yours. And, I move, at least in this conversation, we, take time to discuss a given hot take from each individual, maybe two if we got time. But keep it minimal, keep it clean. Well, no, change that. Don't keep it clean.
Ain't nobody gonna keep no shit clean, Ricky. Go.
Good.
You forget who you talking to?
You forgot who you talking to.
I got a potty mouth.
I got a potty mouth too, shit. All right, Lucas, since you had I'm gonna let go Lucas first because he had to get one out the way.
Aggressive hot take from Lucas. Let's see this.
Yeah, what you got to say?
So Roman Reigns arguably has been the best thing since he's come back, I could say, in WWE, right? I think we can all agree to disagree on that, right?
All right, Lucas, the actual hot take now.
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
Roman Reigns is the best thing since he's been back. However, my thoughts on whose idea it was to turn him heel, I don't think it was Vince's call.
Who's call?
I think it was Fox. I think it was the people at Fox who initially got on Vince's ass, told him, said, yo, your shit sucks right now. We need you to do something edgier. Need you to do something different. Boom. Roman Reigns heel turn. No, none of us expected it, right?
So it was a Fox's idea to put Heyman with Reigns.
I think so too, honestly. I honestly think so. Because let's be real, we have all of these good ideas all the time, and like when we're talking and bullshitting, we always say, oh, okay, it sounds good, but it's just too good to be true because Vince would never do that. Well, we got somebody who's breathing down Vince's neck who's paying him $4 billion over the next 10 years. You mean to tell me Vince isn't going to listen to that person paying him $4 billion over the next 10 years? If they wanted a Roman Reigns heel turn, motherfucker, they got a Roman Reigns heel turn. If they wanted Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns, they got it. I think Fox is honestly behind that whole thing.
I believe him.
I don't think Vince.
I actually believe that. I believe
him. I don't think that's too much of a hot take. I think that was right on the money.
I mean, it's a personal hot take, but a lot of people are going to disagree with that statement, but yet still.
Because, like we said, we have all these ideas usually, and it's just like, oh, it's too good to be true. It's Vince. He won't do it. Well, like I said, there's somebody who's in Vince's ear who's paying a pretty penny to see some good shit. That's some good shit over the next 10 years. So, I like to say it's Fox's idea. Roman Reigns is the way that he is now, and I'm not mad about it. I don't think any of us are mad about it.
Okay. Any other hot takes you got?
Yes, I think Roman Reigns in 2015 should have dropped The Rock on his fucking back at the Royal Rumble right there. The crowd was already booing Roman Reigns and The Rock at that point. I would have said, fuck it, have Reigns drop him on his ass.
I would like to see that myself.
Floor is anybody else as well wants to go.
I'm not gonna lie. When Lucas texted me that the other day, he was like, "I got something to say," and I'm not gonna lie. And this ain't the dick ride. Fuck Lucas. Fuck Lucas. So, but me and Lucas, his predictions for wrestlers, I don't always agree with. But a lot of his predictions for the story and the content, he really be on the money. So when he presented that the other day, I really didn't have no other take but be like, that makes a lot more sense. Because people forget the network does does make shit go. Because when you gotta understand, you want to know why USA never cut Raw off? You know, for the few years that they went to what was that? Spike TV, whatever.
TNN.
Yeah,
TNN.
But Raw was the biggest draw on the USA Network.
It still
The
is.
USA Network was known for just like little original shows and some cartoons. Once WWF went there, it made USA more of a household name network. So these networks dictate a lot, and with Fox being a conglomerate that it is, it's under the Warner Brothers, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's under Disney now.
Oh, that's
Fox
right.
is not under Disney, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Fox,
Really? I didn't know
the
that
Fox,
myself.
the Fox
That's
station
better.
is part of 20th Century Fox, which Disney bought.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
That's why Simpsons. That's why Simpsons is on the Disney Plus.
Yeah. Being the conglomerate that it is, and you're on a big network that you share with the NFL and things like that, I can see that happening. That's why I feel like I said Fox is the one that brought back CM Punk.
Yes, he said he worked. He
that's
worked for them.
Raw.
He didn't work. He worked for Fox, not WWE.
Yeah. That's why he kept saying, I work for Fox, right? So when Lucas said that, I feel like there was no pushback that I could have gave. Because I was like, that makes too much sense if you ask me.
Now, I don't think WWE came up with the story. I think that's
No.
I think that's all Roman and Paul. But
I
do agree with you.
Roman and Paul having their own freedom to kind of do whatever they want with the storyline, in a sense.
Because Fox didn't want Kofi as the champ.
No, that's
Exactly,
why,
yeah.
that's why they had Brock squash him the very first night.
Yeah, real quick.
They built this motherfucker Kofi Kingston up for how many months? Won the WWE title, WrestleMania. He had some great title defenses, and then in 8 seconds, done. 8 seconds.
You know what? Honestly, y'all, I get the anger. I wasn't mad. It made sense. Once again, that's Fox's
That
fault.
happened.
Once again, this is about money. It's about who's paying. This is about putting asses in the seats.
Yeah, but it should have been an 8-second squash though. But it should have been an 8-second squash, not an 8-second squash.
8 seconds.
Not an 8-second squash though. Like, nah, he should have got a little offense off.
Fellas, when I was with Ricky this past Friday night, I actually brought that up to him originally. Before we went out and everything.
We want details of that night too, Lucas. Don't forget, we're not ending the show without that story.
Okay.
Continue.
We'll get there, one thing at a time, all right? But I brought it up to Ricky initially because, like, we were watching SmackDown. We were watching, like, the last, like, half hour of it is when I showed up to his house. And I think, like...
Did he freeze?
Yeah.
He froze.
I froze. Am I good?
Yeah,
You're back.
okay, you're good. You're back.
It's lagging in real life.
AOL dial-up.
I'll say that.
Wow. AOL dial-up. I'm done.
But we were watching the Reigns segment, the contract signing. I'm like, what if Fox was the one who actually, like, initially wanted to make Roman Reigns heel? And then I brought it up to Rick, and he's like, yeah, I can see it.
The hot take is inside there, though. That's what a hot take is, that contract signing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody liked that whole Adam Pearce, and I got into so many arguments about that.
Hey, don't forget what I said in the group, like, a few weeks ago when that match originally got announced. I'm like, hey, be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all know for sure Adam Pearce was not going to face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble.
Well, here's the thing, and this is why I got to an argument with somebody. I actually thought he was going to fight Roman, but I understood it. It was part of the story. It was like I told somebody, he's a mob. He being the head of the table. He's a mob boss.
Pretty much.
And what do you do when somebody, when a governor don't do something your way? Well, you put him in a match and you beat the shit out of him in front of everybody. I like the twist. I like the twist.
Not to cut you off or anything.
No, you good.
I was saying though, I think Roman and Pierce should still happen, but it should still happen at the elimination.
Yeah,
right.
I can see that.
Roman and Pierce could be the new Vince and Stone Cold if they play it right.
Yeah.
It's called good storytelling, Justin.
Man, yes.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest, guys? Can I be honest?
No.
Hold on, one thing before you go. I just want to say one thing. I say have the match happen. Have Reigns beat the fuck out of Adam Pearce. In the meantime, you put 6 worthy competitors in the chamber and have them fight for a number 1 contender spot. I'm done.
Yeah.
Chris.
It could work. I'm not gonna shit on that one. It can work. I was gonna ask what sense does it make, but I mean, I won't shit on that one. It could work.
It could. I'm not saying they should.
It could definitely work.
I would say like
build Roman as a nuclear heel going to Mania, where you have him beat the fuck out of one of the higher ups.
See the way
He got nuclear heat just for beating the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
The way the WWE is situated with programming every hour of the week.
Yeah.
You can't do real wrestling. You can't do the New Japan stuff. You can't do the ROH stuff. You can't do the AEW stuff. You have to make story. You have to lean on stories. And I don't understand why they tried to go away from it and be like everybody else. You have to lean on storylines because it's a weekly episodic show. It's got to. Why are these two people fighting? I need to know why these two people fighting. I need to know. I need to know what's the background of it. What's going on. I need to. Good storytelling is priceless in the WWE.
Right.
Yeah. Justin doesn't think that, but anyways. But
Justin.
Well, how many people can do?
Here we
Hey,
go.
look, man. If I see one more tope suicido, if I see one more middle rope dive, if I see one more everybody get on the ropes, like okay, everybody can do all this stuff. Congratulations. But because you had Rey Mysterio on before the segment, I don't want to see you do it now.
Yeah.
Where's your Dean Malenko? Where's your Matt Tactician? Where's your brawler? Where's your specialist? Where are your specialists at? Where are your guy that's just a superstar?
I feel you. All right, Cap, you got any hot takes, man? What anything you got in regards to like?
No,
I mean like Birdman.
All right.
Now I'm glad that Nakamura got his old music back. They pushing him. I'm hearing him and Cesaro will have a feud coming up, and that's it. I love the
I'm
game.
just waiting for you to say some bullshit.
Katie Vick is the shit. She was so fine when she walked up. That damn dress.
He's so stupid.
Triple H humped on her ass. That's what y'all wanted, man.
Cap, mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute yourself. You're in timeout for 5 minutes. Don't say
Cap,
shit for like 5 minutes. Cap,
We didn't talk about your attendance at these meetings.
Dietrick, I'm sorry for Cap, man. I didn't mean to bring you on.
Welcome to our shop, brother.
It's all good.
Dude.
He said Katie Vick was so fun.
Cap, don't unmute yourself. Don't just shut up. Just shut up for
K-Ted.
5 minutes.
Don't bring that energy in here.
Oh my God, jeez,
Oh.
Lord, we would have been better off having Trey on the show.
Shit.
I warned you, Cap. Don't bring Katie Vick into this, man. Sicko.
Hey, I got a hot take for you guys. Can we just say that all the 2000 Big Show heel turns that we've had have all been unnecessary?
I got one.
Unnecessary.
Hey,
I'm
wait,
gonna go-
hold on. The one in 2000 where he aligned himself with Shane McMahon, that was a good ass heel.
Wait, what about when he
That was
came
probably
back
his
in
best one. When
2004?
he was the big nasty bastard, that was probably his best heel turn.
What about when he came back in, 2004 or 05? But he wasn't supposed to be back for like 2 weeks, and he just showed up.
Yeah, I remember that. That was he's had some classic heel turns, and then he become like a fan favorite. And the next week he turns heel, and just like the fans made me do it.
Listen, man. When you that big, man, Vince just go, hey, man, just hit somebody this week.
All right, I'm gonna go old school, man. And I told us in the group, and y'all disagreed with me on these two in regards to who should have been and who should have been. I said Razor Ramon should have got a WWE title run. I really do think he should have got a WWE title run back in the day. He was an Intercontinental Champion. What? How many times? Like what? 9, 10 times, but I really think he should have got a WWE. I think he should have been in the main event picture eventually back in the 90s. I would have loved to see Razor Ramon get a title run, man. That would have been dope. And also, and y'all disagree with me, I wanted Ted DiBiase to get a title.
Oh, I'm 100% agreeing.
Yeah, I should have. Ricky didn't agree. I want to see Ted DiBiase.
$1 Million Dream. Put that $1 Million Dream on somebody.
Ted DiBiase win the WWE title at least one time.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yes. See.
I was agree. I told him I wanted Razor Ramon and Ted DiBiase to get a WWE title run. It didn't agree with me. Listen, I wanted to see it happen.
Listen, Ted. See, maybe you had to be back in the day when wrestling wasn't on weekly and it was only on Saturdays, and Ted DiBiase was just running wild with the $1 million belt and Virgil. Man, that's special. When he was paying, he was the heelest of the heels. Like he was paying people to lose. Like, come on, man.
He's that dude you wanted to hate back in the day when you were a kid.
He was a perfect heel for like a 6-month transition.
And for that reason, the way that he won the world title and then had his own title made, I thought was so perfect for him as a character.
Oh, you know that $1 million title was very good as a character. I feel
that's why I say no to him, even though he was a phenomenal talent.
Oh,
Razor Ramon, I do say yes to. I do not believe that we needed a year-long or like 10-month-long Yokozuna title reign just to put up a Bret Hart.
Oh, that's another hot take. He was Yokozuna was a terrible champion. Terrible
they
champion.
They should have gone with Lex Luger. Yes. They should have gone with Razor Ramon, and they should have given Ramon the title for about 3 months, get it back to Yokozuna, and then Yoko can go to Mania and lose it to Bret Hart.
I'm pretty sure they would have if he didn't want all that money. Like, hey, yo, they giving me over here. Like, you got to do what you got to do.
Another hot take. Undertaker versus Sting would have never been better than Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
Who's debating that?
I'm just saying. Would you have enjoyed an Undertaker versus Sting match?
Would I have enjoyed it? Yes, but it's not going to be better than HBK versus Undertaker. What?
Okay.
What?
That was just my opinion, but go ahead, Dietrick. What you got to say?
Undertaker versus Sting would have been phenomenal if they were the age to pull it off. Undertaker versus Sting would have been phenomenal. If he had came over when they bought WWE with WCW, yes. After Sting got older, no, nothing will beat that Shawn Michaels best. But Sting, if he had came over with the crop that came over that first time, that Undertaker Sting match, if they had done it, well, I don't know if they would have done it right or let them do it, but if they let them do it like
Shawn Michaels, American Badass Undertaker or the Dead Man Undertaker?
You do Dead
1997 Dead Man versus 1997 Sting.
That's a match.
That's
made
it.
with heaven. That's a match.
No, that's a match.
That's it.
That's a match.
If Undertaker and AJ Styles can be a dope match filmed, you gotta think Sting, Crow Sting versus the Dead Man coming back. Come on, man. That's the match we all want to. That's the match everybody want to see.
Sting at Starrcade '97 versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell with Bad Blood.
Y'all talking at the same time.
Oh, fellas,
wait a minute, Chris. What you saying? Chris made a point. My bad, Ricky. Chris.
No, you good. No, you good. Now, piggybacking from what Dean was talking about, I'm just saying, like, even with cinematic, it would make sense now.
No, like, you can't
from
do
a
it now.
cinematic,
you can't.
But back
then, Sting is not wrestling. He just 98 there talks and snow.
98, 99.
Unless we're gonna really cinematic this thing and make them look younger and everything like that. Yeah, I'm all for it.
But check this out.
Old ass niggas on. I'm not my bad. I'm not gonna put old ass dudes for cinematic, bro.
Nah. But what I'm saying. Hey, listen, man, but you got Undertaker go back to his dead man persona after he badass. Think about him. I forget who he was feuding with, but the lights go out. Sting's behind him. Come on, man. Like, you already set up. Everybody's sitting there like, take my money. Take my money. That's what I was saying. Back in the day when they bought WCW, that match would have been take my money, please.
My favorite taker was 1999 Undertaker.
That'd have been a match. That'd
have been take my money, please. Please take my money. When's the pay-per-view? Where we got? We all getting tickets? Like, that's my money. Take it.
99 Taker was the shit though. I like that whole. What was the what was it? That group he ran with.
He was the Ministry of Darkness. That's my favorite.
The Ministry of Darkness.
That
was
underrated
shit.
It's an underrated.
Yeah,
That was an underrated. That was
my favorite taker.
People shit on that faction. That was an underrated faction.
Yeah.
Like he got some
when they hung
nobody.
up
You know what they
Stephanie
fucked it
McMahon.
up going the corporate ministry? They fucked that up. Though.
They fucked that up when they joined.
It's me, Austin. Like that shit was terrible.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, that was
like,
my
nigga, what?
favorite moment. Don't
That
let
was
them lie
me,
to
you son of a bitch.
What? Why?
Yo, 98 through 99 Raw, the WWE 98-99 was the shit.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
98. No, I'm gonna tell you like this. From
All right.
April.
I missed 99.
No, listen,
I was in
I'm
98
gonna
though.
tell you like
I missed
this.
all of 99.
Once
I
Bret
was at boot
Hart
camp.
solidified his heel turn, from that point, from 97 on to 2001, Raw was that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, you want to talk about the Nation of Dominations segment?
Oh no.
Hey,
Yes.
hold on, wait. Is it my
Nation.
turn for a hot take?
Domination.
Yes, Chris, go ahead.
You already know where I'm going.
Go ahead. I want to hear the hot take.
Okay. So, one of my first hot takes, and I said this in the group, and I was more jokingly, but it wasn't joke, but it's a fact. If you want to talk about this Vince McMahon and Austin feud, it's Austin's fault. He was a fucking bully. Dead ass.
Yeah.
Somebody's agreeing with you on that?
He was a fucking bully, bro. Dude was a bully. Vince McMahon, like I was sitting there watching some old motherfucking some Raw. I'm like, damn, this is nobody. Vince McMahon, how about I come down there and punch you the fuck up? Like, damn, okay. Yo, my man just whooping on Vince for no reason. Like, I feel like he pushed Vince to the edge. Like,
Yeah, he did.
I honestly don't feel Vince was the villain. I honestly don't feel Vince was the villain, dog.
I don't want to do that to y'all boss. Go to work and shit, and just go fuck your boss up at work. Just
That's a really hot take. That's a really hot take because that's
Stone
scorching. That's
Stone
scorching.
Cold made doing the boss the fun thing to do back in the day.
yes.
But
Yes,
listen,
we all know.
we all work and we all go. Listen, we all want to knock our bosses the fuck out. But I'm sorry, we can't go in our. I guarantee we could not go and fuck our boss's car up and still have a job.
Guys, you got to keep in mind this is in the cultural context. The early 80s was big business USA. Then we became super duper patriotic, and then the kids of that generation grew up nihilistic as fuck, hating the people that were older than them.
Yeah,
and Austin was their hero. He was the guy that was being
Thank you, Ricky.
anti-establishment.
Ricky just defined it in one sentence.
I was one of those kids. I grew up. Like,
Yeah,
me too. I was one of those kids.
I mean, I did too, but I mean,
I was what, like-
realistically term, like I mean, I'm not even the motherfucking boss. How many times I want to knock my teachers the fuck out? Until this
Hell yes.
teachers I still want to fight.
My PE teacher
Wait,
worked at
that
that
turned so quick. That turned so quick.
And people lived vicariously through him, which is why he got his position.
Imagine how many of y'all watching this show can admit Stone Cold was the reason you started drinking beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He made it look cool.
Stone Cold made drinking beer made drinking look real
my
cool.
father made drinking beer look.
Hold
cool.
on.
That's
My pops did too. I used to drink. My pops was the reason. Not Stone Cold.
I got a better one. Like you said, Stone Cold. I got a better one. Stone Cold made watching wrestling. You be able to talk about that shit at school.
Yes.
Not being bad.
Exactly.
And doing studies to your friends.
Man,
yeah.
I didn't do
Austin
no thunder to nobody, but
DX,
we did that
NWO. Austin DX and NWO made wrestling cool to be like, yeah, you watch wrestling? To like, yo,
Nah, what was I telling y'all in the group?
Last night.
Yo, did y'all see Monday Night Raw last night? Yo, you see what Austin
Hey,
did?
The Rock.
Backing off of that. But you know what's even dope about that? Even people that did not watch wrestling knew who the hell Stone Cold Steve Austin was and what he did.
I mentioned that in the group. I said, if you weren't even a fan, it was like, man, I ain't watched wrestling since 1998. Stone Cold still wrestling. I hate the motherfuckers that be like, that's the last time they watched WWE. Like, is Stone Cold still? Dude, when was the last time
when
you
did you
watched
stop?
wrestling?
Like, yo,
Damn, dude.
I be trying to stop, but it's like crack. I can't. It's every
You
Monday,
can't
I'm
stop, man. Ever since I started watching, I've been a fan of it.
I
man.
hate Raw, and I be Monday like, yo,
Yeah,
Raw,
yeah.
I hate Raw. I hate it to death.
I can't miss it, man. I gotta go back and forth with Monday Night Football, especially when Monday Night Football and wrestling is on. I'm going back and forth. And when I'll be glad when football season ends because damn, I can just watch wrestling now.
But now,
all the way through.
But now you be sitting there like, why am I watching this? Why am I still watching this? They ain't done nothing in 6 years. I can't wait to SmackDown. Like now you want, I can't wait to SmackDown.
I honestly look forward more to watching SmackDown than I do to Raw.
Yeah.
Not only because SmackDown's on Fridays now and be like, oh cool, you know, it's the weekend, like the work week is over, blah, blah, but I get to watch SmackDown tonight.
But one of my problems, I think, is another hot take. Raw, the 3 hours kills it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much agreed upon.
Raw's being 3 hours is killing it because they have to extend time from 8 to 11. Y'all remember when Raw used to be? They used to only do 3 hours on specials, and it was only 2 hours, and the content was better when it was 2 hours than it was 3 hours.
I got a hot take.
Oh boy.
Wrestling has too many gimmick matches.
I agree.
There's not enough just straight wrestling matches.
I agree.
I don't like the gimmick pay-per-view.
I don't like having a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view to look forward to.
Ricky, not that I disagree with you. Not that I disagree with you at all. But can you give me an example? I'm sorry. Can you give me an example? You know me.
Yeah, you're like having a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view or a TLC pay-per-view or like those kinds of matches, like hardcore matches, street fight, like too many of that.
Or you got
too many
TLC. You got a TLC.
It's part of why I really enjoy. It's part of why I really enjoy.
Ricky, I do not think you're wrong. But can I give you a little pushback on that? Just a little.
Sure.
This might be a big
pushback. Now, when they did,
I'm going to time in on this afterwards too.
No, it's not going to be a big pushback. No. But when they did keep it to a minimum as far as gimmick matches, and they gave you straight just wrestling matches, it always ended in the same outcome: a disqualification. Man. Somebody ran in. Somebody used a weapon. This manager jumped in. Like, you got tired of that after a while. Like, okay, you knew how this match was gonna play out. Even like, I'm gonna give you a big ass motherfucking example. 2006, SummerSlam. SummerSlam is considered a major pay-per-view, right?
Big Four.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of the big four. Edge and John Cena. How did it end? And like, you know what I'm saying? So,
did Edge win the title?
Did Edge win the title? A straight wrestling match without the ending being a disqualification or so. So I kind of get why they have to push up the gimmick matches as far as, because damn, we kind of do want an outcome now.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a disqualification every.
But let me hold on.
See, here's the thing, though. I don't think there's too many gimmick matches. I say there's too many gimmick pay-per-views.
Thank you. Okay, Lucas, that's what I was saying.
There's too many gimmick pay-per-views. Yes. The problem with those is, like, Hell in a Cell, for example. How are you going to have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and not every match is Hell in a Cell?
Thank you.
How are you going to have TLC pay-per-view, but not every match has like some kind of chaotic stipulation to it? It doesn't even
have Extreme Rules, but every match is not Extreme Rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Extreme Rules pay-per-view, but you're gonna have a match, a singles match with a disqualification stipulation to it. Man, that shit's for the birds. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I would get rid of the gimmick pay-per-views.
Yeah,
those gotta go. Bring back Armageddon.
Get rid of the pay-per-views. Get rid of the pay-per-views. Get rid of the pay-per-views. Like,
wait, hold on, Dietrick. When you say get rid of pay-per-views, are you meaning
not all of them?
Go ahead, explain that.
Not all of them. Not all of them. But I don't need 18. I don't need 12 pay-per-views because I don't need a pay-per-view per month. Like,
well, we get them once per month now. Usually,
yeah, we get them once.
So are you suggesting they do what AEW does and does like 4 pay-per-views a year?
Well, I mean, that's how they used to do. Like, if we talking old school wrestling, that's how they used to. But I'm not saying they got to go back all the way. But I do agree with him. with the gimmick matches, and I agree with all y'all. It goes into my take about the pay-per-views. Like Hell in a Cell, that should be a gimmick match at WrestleMania. It should be because these
or
two
like
people.
Armageddon, or
Yeah,
Armageddon or
like
something.
the Hell in a Cell should be because these two can't keep it in the ring, or like steel cages was like you would go match disqualification. They can't end the match. They keep in the match. Well, fuck it, we're gonna put them in a cage. See what happens then. Or like Hell in a Cell, like Shawn Michaels, like it was coming to an end. It's a special Undertaker thing. You don't make a whole pay-per-view out of it. Just put it in the pay-per-view. Or
Money
like
in the
Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber.
Should be a WrestleMania match. That's a hot take.
Exactly. It was a WrestleMania match. It was the beginning. It was the beginning WrestleMania match.
I will disagree. I think Money in the Bank should keep its pay-per-view. I will say that.
I'm going to disagree with that on Lucas. I can't do a whole Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
John Cena and CM Punk created that thing. John Cena and CM Punk are the reason that.
Think of it this way. In that pay-per-view, you can have both the men's and the women's Money in the Bank match, right? And you can probably have both world title matches in the pay-per-view, along with the other title matches too.
But it shouldn't be. But wait a minute. If it's a gimmick pay-per-view, why? If it's Money in the Bank, I'm thinking every match is a Money in the Bank ladder match.
I say Money in the Bank is probably the one paper you can exclude out of the other ones.
It's like a rumble.
Okay, so you can make that a top 5. You can put it in like with the big.
It
became a big 5.
It became one. It became
rumble in a sense. It's like
a
rumble.
Yeah.
But
I agree with him.
Technically a gimmick pay-per-view, so that's kind of where the line gets weird. But obviously, I mean, we all kind of know, like, we don't want a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. We don't want a TLC pay-per-view. We don't want, stuff like that.
Well, like, go to a Money in the Bank. Ricky and I have been to Money in the Bank.
Those matches should be matches that infuse.
Yes.
Those should be matches that infuse.
Yeah, and Money in the Bank is like a rumble, like Rick said. We've seen a pay-per-view live. We've seen a Money in the Bank live.
I don't like last man standing matches. I'm not a fan of those.
Or just give me a reason to watch it. Give me the reason why these two are in a last man standing match. Give me the reason they're in an Iron Man match. Give me the reason they're in the cage. Give me the reason they're in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, WWE they stopped doing Iron Man matches. I haven't seen an Iron Man match in a long time in WWE.
I got a hot take.
Okay.
WWE the main roster needs to bring back King of the Ring and never use the King gimmick again.
Yeah. What the fuck is King?
Ever. And I say because
when a wrestler changes his name to King?
Yeah, like that kind of crap.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, let me explain. Let me explain.
I agree with you.
Whoa. Hold on. He has the crown?
I got a lot of questions. No.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions for you too, but I'm out.
Booker!
My thing is this. A wrestling tournament can be done very, very well and lead to a shit ton of time used on television.
Yep. B,
time for good matches, and C, time for like the ability to tell a story.
Yep. That's
the big thing. My example is the New Japan G1. It's a massive round robin tournament that gives you each guy wrestling all 9 other opponents and then 2 finals matches. Mm-hmm. It takes up a lot of roster space, takes up a lot of time on television, takes up a lot of quality matches to be had, and it gives you a natural endpoint that can be done every year. If you want to do it with tag teams, if you want to do it with individuals, wrestling tournaments are an incredibly. I don't want to use. They're like the opposite of what a jobber match would be. A jobber match is a match with no purpose in the match, but usually leads somewhere else. The match in a tournament is the next thing. Like, it's a self-contained story inside of another self-contained story. And if you can make them high quality, it's going to be a shit ton of really good matches. Sorry, swearing. In a massive amount of good matches.
You cuss all you want, Ricky? Oh my God!
It's YouTube.
That's the one thing. That's the entire thing.
They don't like music, but they love cussing.
Fuck that.
But no, I agree with
language.
You. I agree with you, man. And I've been saying that I agree with you because I've been saying that exact thing for like years. Bring back King of the Ring. I know they bring it back, but I don't want to see the King of the Ring matches on television. Like,
Let it
I
lead
want
to
a
a title
full
shot.
yeah. Give me the
Okay.
qualifiers to get in the King of the Ring on the television,
Yep.
and then give
Yep.
me the full tournament on the pay-per-view, and make the King of the Ring worth something. Like you get
title shot.
like how Money in the Bank
Make
is.
it
You
the
get a
King of
title
the-
shot
make
the way
it
you
like
want.
Make it like the King of the Ring series, and like it happens, like you
Man.
build up to each match. Make it like a sports style presentation. That's what Fox wants, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I agree. I like that idea.
Like TNA's TNA had this one match I loved, and it was what's the series they used to do where different matches Bound for Glory.
Bound for
Like
Glory.
I
Bound for Glory
love
series.
I love that
Yeah.
shit. It was like different matches cost different points and different
Now,
endings.
I actually like the King of the Mountain match, which
King
is
of the
a
Mountain's
unique.
dope, too.
Now
The
TNA,
reverse.
the one thing they'll have back in the day, they had some weird match concepts, but the King of the Mountain match was a weird.
Lockdown was lit.
Yeah,
Lethal
yeah,
Lockdown. Hey, why you
Lethal
bullshitting?
Lockdown.
was that
yes.
shit, and I'm totally down to argue about it too.
While we bullshitting the X Division match, with
Ultimate
the X is
X.
going across.
Yeah.
Ultimate X, yo, that's my shit. Ultimate, yo.
The one thing
Chris
TNA
Sabin,
had, yeah.
Kenny King,
Bro.
and what's his name?
AJ,
Alex
Nah.
Skipper.
Nah, it was Kenny
it
King, Chris Sabin,
Alex
and
Shelley.
was it what's that dude? Suicide.
Oh,
They
okay.
had one, and then it was another one with Chris Sabin, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels, I think. Yo,
Pete
y'all need to do
Williams.
yourself a
Pete
favor.
Williams.
Go watch them old matches.
Yo, that
Oh,
X.
no one of those.
Yo, those X Division matches. yo,
TNA has some legit. Whoever was creating their, whoever was coming up with their gimmick matches was really creative.
2008 was probably top tier.
it was the shit back in. Yo, go back and
It
watch
was
some of those
Vince
matches.
Russo.
Well, and that's all.
I'm
folks.
going. I'm blanking.
And that's all, folks. That's all we have time for. Hey, y'all join us on over on Holly Street.
He said Vince Russo, man. Name I ain't
He
heard of
said
in a
Vince
long
Russo.
time, man.
I didn't see
Oh
David
my
Arquette
God.
nowhere near those matches.
Bring the big gold belt back. That's another hot take. Bring the
Yeah.
gold belt. Can't you see Reigns with the World Heavyweight Championship?
Right now in the gimmick he's in. Oh shit.
Oh. Yeah, give Reigns the big gold. Give Reigns the big gold belt.
Hey,
Honestly, if you
hey,
want him out of the
Lucas,
title
what you gonna
picture,
do now?
that
He
might
hit
be
you
the
with
best way to do
old
it.
school strap. Oh, Lucas, what you gonna do now? He hit you with the old school strap.
With the wings on.
With the wings on. He brought the Triple H
Hey, that's
2000
the
2001
best
belt.
belt they ever had, man.
when Triple H had
But
that
I like
old
that
entrance
plate
thing,
belt.
man.
That plate belt is too. That plate belt, the big ass silver plate belt.
Yes, another hot take. Bring back the gold belts, man. I'm tired of these fucking silver belts.
I don't.
The world title is a marketing prop, guys.
Man.
Come on.
Yeah, but Ricky, come on, man. Are you, bruh? They need to bring back
I'm
the
arguing what they
traditional
are,
World
not what
Tag
I
Team
want them to be. I'm arguing what they are,
Yeah.
not what I want them to be.
That is very true. You're right. You're right, Rob.
Yeah,
You're
they
right
need a
about that.
they need a redesign, man. Like
I love the big gold belt. Like I want that back. And if you want to get Roman out of the title picture but still having the delusions of grandeur, just get him to bring that belt back. Get like Paul Heyman to be like, I have this as a gift for you for the tribe to defend as its glory, as like its pride and glory. Like just do something like that.
I would like that idea. I like that.
You know what's funny is all the ideas that everybody's speaking of. AEW is doing.
You guys want to talk about it? I got a hot take for you guys.
Like, they got the
I got a
FTW
hot
belt
take
right
for you
now.
guys. Bring back the United
Yeah, they
States
do.
Tag titles. That's what they need to fucking bring back.
Oh.
So I have like a junior. I have like a junior. Hey, I have like a junior belt.
AEW's gonna pull that shit off.
Mm.
Watch. Don't do
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, you already know they will.
They're gonna do that shit. They got the TNT. I can't stand the name of that championship.
Bring that back, or bring the television title back. You got
Yes.
one.
All
Yes.
I want Stunning
Isn't the
Steve
TNT
Austin.
belt the television title for AEW?
That's what it should be called. They call it the TNT title. It's a television
I don't
title.
think they got the rights to the television title. I don't think they got the rights to say that name.
Who got the rights to the television title?
WCW had the television title, so who?
They're
owns
fucking
WCW?
a WCW. They should call it television title.
That's what,
They
no,
are
that's what I'm saying.
WCW.
No, they are. But what I'm saying is the rights were bought when the rights to that all their titles was bought when WWE bought them. So I don't think WWE's
So
like, nah,
WWE
y'all can't
owns
say
the
that
television
shit.
title name.
Yeah, they own the television title, so I think they own the name. So that's why I think they don't call it the television title more. It's like the TNT title. It's pretty much it. But
that's a dumb name for a title.
You can't call. I don't think the broadcast title will work.
TNT. What's it gonna explode?
Well, it is on TNT. It's on TNT.
So we're gonna call it the USA Network title.
Chris, yeah.
Oh damn it, bastard.
We're gonna call it the USA Network title.
You know what I'm saying? The Broadcast Network Championship.
The Fox Championship. That's what we're gonna start naming titles after networks and shit.
Why you bullshit? That might be a fire name. Like, yo, you won the Fox Championship.
The Fox Championship.
What does it say?
I don't even want to imagine what the Fox title would look like, man. Let's just I don't know, man. All these crazy titles.
Chris.
I will look.
Chris.
I think the most.
Who's your GOAT television champ?
Oh,
Arn Anderson.
I gotta say Arn Anderson.
Or Tully Blanchard.
It's not bad choices.
Tully Blanchard.
Not bad.
Tully Blanchard is mine.
Yeah, he was a cheating motherfucker too. Like he would find a way to get that title, man. Like
He would find a way.
yeah.
Tully Blanchard is the greatest television title holder just in my opinion. After that,
I'm
And
really
I think Arn
shocked they
Anderson
didn't
had,
bring
like,
that
the
title
longest
over
run.
when they did the Invasion storyline. I'm really shocked they didn't bring that belt over.
Yeah.
Can I argue RVD?
Oh yeah. Yep.
What about Booker T?
Yeah.
Booker T
yeah,
was like a 6-time television champion.
I remember that best of 7 he had with Benoit. Like,
Stunning Steve Austin.
Matt.
oh hell yeah, man.
Studying Steve
Hey,
Austin.
wait, back to 7 he had who?
Player one. He meant player one. Sorry, he meant player one.
Oh man,
player
sorry.
one.
I just said Stunning Steve Austin players.
Oh,
But
shit.
when it come down to it, I think Tully Blanchard's the best TV champion. Like all his matches were compelling. I think him and Arn Anderson were like A and B. Like Arn Anderson had a great, long, lengthy run as a TV champion, but Tully Blanchard's matches were compelling. You actually wanted to see him lose, and he would pull out a victory somehow, or those two for me.
Yeah, I'll definitely go with Arn Anderson, and I'll go with Booker T number 2.
Yeah,
So I would definitely wait a minute. United States champion.
Barry Windham.
Oh yes, Barry Windham.
Barry
Yes.
Windham. And Lex Luger.
Yeah.
But you think about the United States.
That's my first. Lex Luger. Lex Luger is my
Lex
first.
Luger.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough to argue against him.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That's
Nikita
tough.
Koloff.
Nikita. God.
When he had the ball,
What a man!
Man.
What a man!
Nikita.
when he had the high top, he was trash. I don't know what happened. Like, he got too Americanized.
Oh man, don't bring the haircut back, Cap.
Then he came back
Oh,
with the
no.
high top. He said, "Yo, nah."
No, Cap, no. Can't get the image up
He
my
said
head,
Nikita,
bro.
man.
Who's your greatest tag team?
Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard for me.
Road Warriors.
What'd you say for tag?
That's
team?
mine. That is mine.
I gotta go. I gotta
Road
Road
Warriors.
Warriors, man. I
I
gotta go
am
Road
the
Warriors,
biggest
man.
Road Warriors fan.
War Warriors all day, every day.
All day.
Oh.
I had the action figures growing up.
Me too.
Oh man, with the jackets, man. Oh man, I had the old '90s figures. Oh man, don't make me bring
Man.
memories back with the old WWE classic ring with the
I
red, white,
forget
and
what
blue.
Great American Bash was where they fought Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. The Road Warriors won the match, but the ref had got knocked out,
Yep.
and they threw the clothesline. The ref clothesline Tully Blanchard over top rope. But as he looked, he seen that happen. Hit the finisher on him, but they gave the title back to Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard at the end. That was the
Hot
best
take.
tag team match.
Hot take: War Games is better than Hell in a Cell.
Agreed.
I agree.
Absolutely. Hell, absolutely.
Absolutely. War game. I love how NXT brought all the. I love how they're doing all the. And I wish
They're
NXT
NWA
Takeover.
in WWE clothing.
The scalpel matches is better than the Hell in a Cell.
Oh man.
I would say it depends on who's in it. It just depends on who's in the
Yeah.
cell. Like to me, it's who's in the cell. Like if you put two knuckleheads that don't belong in the cell, but if it's Undertaker, like you gonna say War Games is better than Hell in the Cell, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, or either
No,
one?
we're saying
Like,
overall Hell
That's
War
what,
games.
that's what I'm saying. Like I think Hell in the Cell is who's in the cell that makes.
It got to
like,
be Triple H.
because War
Shawn
Games is
Michaels,
easy.
or
Triple
Undertaker.
H, Shawn Michaels. I mean, they were the
Yeah.
legends of Hell in
Like,
a Cell.
That's what I'm saying. I
feel
think
like Hell in a Cell lacks credibility as a match.
Yeah, when they started doing it for like pay-per-view.
Every year, yeah.
When it's a whole pay-per-view.
I wouldn't even say that. Like, we're used to seeing Hell in a Cell matches and like just seeing destruction all over the ring.
Right.
Bleeding.
That's
or Shane McMahon jump off of one.
That might happen, and you know what? That might happen to War Games now that WWE's going to be doing them every year.
Yeah, because they see their work.
Somebody's always been talking about War Games.
I'm sorry, the air raid has to be my top favorite. When Ciampa put Cole through the tables with the air raid, that whole arena I heard holy shit. Yeah, Lucas was there. I heard a holy shit chant break out. Yo, when I saw that happen, I was like, yo, Cole's dead. Cole died so many times.
As God is my witness, he is broken in half.
Dude, I didn't leave the arena that night until I saw Adam Cole get up and walk up the fucking ramp.
Yep.
And he came back to compete at Survivor Series the next night and defended the title against Pete Dunne.
Hey, Chris, so bad that night was just waiting for the whole Adam Cole, baby.
Yo, shout out to Adam Cole because he was the MVP of that weekend, bro.
Yeah,
he was definitely
was the MVP.
Yeah, I think we all can agree that was probably one of our favorite storylines going into Survivor Series 2019.
Yeah,
all that shit happened, yo. That was a great, yo. And y'all remember how it all started when the plane got stuck over there in what was that? Saudi Arabia. The plane got stuck over there, and that's when the NXT Invasions line started. And for that month. Oh man, yo! I'm telling you, Raw,
all three shows was wild. All three shows, like you watching the NXT, like, yo, who's coming? Who's coming?
See Keith Lee come in on SmackDown ring, and then we saw it was just like that month was just the best. I think it was the best WWE program they've had in a long time, man. Yep. And I know with the pandemic we didn't get to see it. We wanted to last year, but I think this year is going to be back. I think NXT is going to be part of the Survivor Series this year. They're going to do something. They're going to make it part because I know a lot of fans were disappointed this year with they didn't get a chance to see NXT at Survivor Series. But, but I shout out to NXT one more thing with the gimmick pay-per-views that they're doing with Halloween Havoc. They did the War Games. The next takeover is Valentine's Night. And I was hoping that it was going to be St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I was hoping it was going to enable, but it looked like this is going to be a general NXT
I'm just
takeover.
glad we got our pumpkin. I'm just happy about that.
Yes, we got the pumpkin, Ricky. Ricky wanted the pumpkin. We got the pumpkin at NXT. Even though Gargano popped the pumpkin and took it down.
Yeah, he's like 5'3". We don't care about him.
Listen. Don't ask WWE to do stuff on holidays, please, because you know what they get down. You know how they get down, man. You want a St. Valentine's Day Massacre? They gonna give you a St. Valentine's Day food fight.
Yeah, all the time. Yep.
All the time. But I'm looking to see what other gimmick pay-per-views they're gonna bring back. They're gonna do the Bash. They did a Great American Bash. They did a good job on that.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite thing is the War Games. Like I think every wrestling fan gets. They're ready to hear William Regal say the magic words. War Games.
War Games.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was getting ready to wrap it up. Anybody else want to say anything else? Anybody else got anything on their mind before we wrap this up? Chris, you got anything else you want to add? Lucas, anything else y'all want to add? Cap?
Trey had a knife on his show.
No.
Ricky and I drank a heavy amount of alcohol.
Oh yeah, we want to hear about So y'all know it was Ricky's birthday on Sunday. So Ricky, come back on camera. Nah, come back, Ricky. Come on, Ricky. All right, appreciate it. Lucas, what happened? Come on, I want to hear the story. What happened?
You know what happened? We went out. We got fucked up.
Okay.
Right.
And then what happened after?
Why is Ricky
Y'all got
like
quiet
that?
as shit for some strange reason. I don't know why.
They don't want to talk about it.
They don't want to talk about it. They ain't even no details.
We went to a bar. We drank till we couldn't feel feelings anymore.
Feel feelings. I don't feel any feelings.
And then
you know when your buddy is talking to you about going to the bar and he tells you, I forgot completely that tonight is $5 Long Island night. It kind of changes your perspective.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like,
no wonder y'all ain't telling what happened. Because you can't remember.
They blacked out. They don't even know what happened.
$30 later.
I got close, but I did not.
None of us blanked out. I drank a heavy amount that night, and so did Rick, but I still remember a lot.
I already told y'all my wedding when I ever get married and y'all come, if y'all don't get wasted, I'm kicking y'all out of my wedding.
Make sure you guys and we're good.
I want y'all to be at the. I want us to be at the. I want us taking shots at the bar, and I'm just gonna piss off all the wedding guests.
That's part of the fun of it.
Oh, my girlfriend's gonna hate me. Love you, babe. Hey, Keanu, how you doing? We'll talk later. She already told me I can't do open bars. She already told me open bars is gonna be a no at the wedding. I'm like, shit.
That's why you
don't
know.
know.
That's when you just hide.
You don't know me very well.
That's
dude.
when you just get a flash. You get the flash.
Let me tell you
pocket.
That's how my we did that at my homeboy's wedding. His wife didn't want us drinking at the wedding, so this motherfucker, we went outside, had Kettle One shit ready to go. This motherfucker had alcohol in the back of the trunk. We was sitting there drinking outside the parking lot.
I not do it.
Yo, we went back inside and we were like, yo, straight face, everybody, straight face, straight face. Yeah, we were sitting there tipsy as shit.
No such thing as straight faces.
Yo, we was in there laughing. Yo, my boy said, he looked over at me, he's like, you all right? I'm like, I'm good.
I'm holding. I gotta go to the bathroom though.
No, yeah. I was like, yo, we can't disappear. Like, what's wrong with you, man? I need to step outside for a minute. I just need to get some air real quick. I'll be all right. I'll be back. That's the line we use. Like, hey, we just gonna go outside get some fresh air. We'll be right back. We'll be back.
Oh man.
All right, man. But anyways, Dietrick, I want to thank you for coming on. Appreciate you as always, man. You're always welcome back here, man. You are definitely shout out to my crew. Another good show, and next week,
at least he's not bringing no knives for any bullshit on the show.
Exactly.
Knives
or kicking babies.
What? All right, B.
I'm out.
Thank y'all for a lovely evening. Thank y'all for a lovely evening.
Well, next week, I want y'all to tune in again. We're going to be back next Thursday, same time, and we're going to have the Royal Rumble show. Because y'all know Royal Rumble's coming on the 31st. We're going to have our match predictions, and we're going to be talking about our top 5 Royal Rumbles of all time. And I know it's going to be heavily debated, because I know it's going to be hard to get a list of the 5 Royal Rumbles of all time. I already know my number 1 Royal Rumble is. It's just for me, but I'll reveal that next week. So make sure y'all tune in again next Thursday night, 8 o'clock, with me and the crew. We'll be talking about the Royal Rumble. We'll have some more updates. We'll talk a little bit NXT. I know we didn't dip into NXT too much tonight, but they do have some compelling storylines going on in NXT. The Dusty Rhodes Classic is going on right now. The NXT title picture is getting real deep right now with Finn Balor, Karrion Kross. So NXT is looking real crazy right now. So SmackDown's on tomorrow night. So we got a lot of good things. Wrestling is picking up as of right now. It's in a good place. And if you, I don't think we should discuss this earlier. WrestleMania will have fans, y'all. I know it was breaking news earlier this year, but this week, WrestleMania will have fans. Did he say it's about 25,000 fans in attendance?
25,000.
25,000.
Godspeed to those fans.
Yes. Yes, so it's gonna be the first show they've had in almost a year with fans. I'm looking forward to it. WrestleMania is a 2-night. They did it last year, which I thought it was a good idea. I mean, WrestleMania was dumb last year with no audience, and it was at the PC Center or the Capitol, whatever they calling it now. But this year it will be at Raymond James Stadium live. So we got something looking forward to, man. But definitely, but anyways, y'all like us on Instagram. Make sure y'all like us on Facebook. The website's coming soon. I know I keep talking about it. I'm delaying. Like I said, I got all this shit going on right now. I apologize, but it'll be up soon. Y'all want to hit me up? WrestlingTalkRadio@gmail.com. Anybody else got any shout outs they want to give real quick?
Yeah, I want to shout out my brother's show, Late Night at Larry's, is on YouTube right now. Also want to shout out follow Bling Tings on Facebook. And I want to shout out my hot lady, my kiss all over her. So I'm out of here, guys. I love you guys.
I don't know what keep happening with my stuff, but I just want to say thank you, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Good show tonight. I want to give a shout out to you. I want to give a shout out to y'all. You know, my Kings family, my DNA family, my Frontline.
Oh yeah, shout out Frontline, Kings, DNA, all y'all. Shout out to all y'all.
Frontline, shout out to y'all. Want to give a shout out to my squad. You know, my boy Bob. You know, Laro. Sin, you know, Lucas, you know, my boy Tim, my boy Fred, get well, Fred, my boy Sean, you know, quite a few people. If I leave y'all out, I'm sorry. You know, give a shout out to my family, my kids, my woman, my family, Joe. It's what it is, man. Just I appreciate you guys for you know, letting me have this platform and this forum to, you know, talk my shit, man. Love you guys, man. Y'all some real people, yo, for real.
Love you too, brother, man. I told Cap, man, we gotta come out there to see y'all, man. Chris came out to Virginia Beach, and I met up with Chris, man. Chris almost killed me at the oceanfront. Almost gave me a clothesline from hell when he saw me on the strip.
Back.
Took me out, knocked one of my earrings out. Chris
Back.
almost, yo, when I tell you I was standing on the corner, Chris like moved everybody out the way. Motherfucker came and just clotheslines my ass.
Yeah.
Yo, Case, what's good?
Hey, man, had to see my mans, yo.
So we gotta show our appreciation. We gotta come out to Chicago, man. We definitely, me and Kevin have been discussing come out there, but we definitely gotta come out there to see y'all, man. When we get some drinks in, gotta go out. We gotta go drink with Ricky and Lucas, man. We gotta bring them out and go drinking with y'all, man.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's why my girlfriend can't come. Yeah.
You ain't going. When she
No,
see this,
she gonna be like, nah, I'm coming too.
like,
That lady can come.
Oh,
She's
you
gonna be
going out with them? Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm
Nah, I'm
you
going.
ain't gonna go. Shoot.
oh,
She gonna be right there by my side. I think you've had enough. Give me that bottle. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, folks. We gotta go. Shit. Anyways, y'all, but as we always say here at Wrestling Talk Radio, we're not just wrestling fans. We're wrestling fans. I'll see y'all next Thursday night. 1.